Happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy Winning Wednesday. I'm your girl, Dominique, Atlanta's nurturing agent, and thank you so much for joining me today. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I drop Winning Wednesday tips on Wednesdays, obviously, and I'm so happy to have you here. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the 3 things to keep in mind when you are looking for an agent. Now, everybody doesn't necessarily have an agent that they already know that they want to go to. So this video is for anyone in that area, right? So if you're someone who's like, hey, I want to get into this home buyer's market, or I want to sell my property, but I still don't have an agent that I want to work with, then this video may be very helpful for you. So the first thing you want to do when you want to look for an agent is you want to start with your circle, right? You want to start with your group of friends, your network, because chances are there's a homeowner or 3 or 4 or whatever that's in that circle who has worked with someone in the past whom they can refer you to. And a lot of the times when it comes to real estate agents, the way that a lot of us make our money is through referral, so word of mouth. So always, first and foremost, start with your circle. And this also kind of reigns in the phrase, birds of a feather flock together. Chances are, if someone in your circle works with an agent that they really liked, that agent will probably be a good fit for you as well. So that's the first one. Start with your circle. Second is you want to utilize social media. And I know that is a tough one to swallow because social media hasn't been around for the last 40 years or so. It is somewhat fairly new of a concept, but it works wonders. There are so many resources that you can find out about on social media. And so finding a realtor is actually one of those resources that you can find on social media and should be taken very seriously when it comes to looking for an agent. And so the way you want to use social media to your advantage when you are looking for an agent is you want to, for instance, search different hashtags. So a hashtag that I like to use when I am going to post online is Atlanta Realtor, or let's say, for instance, a certain area of Atlanta. So for me, I like the Sandy Springs area. So for that, I would say like Sandy Springs Realtor. So you want to look up different things that are kind of tailored to you and what you want. And so, for instance, if you are someone who lives in LA, and you are looking for a realtor and you're not sure where to start and you don't have a circle to necessarily pick from, then you would go on social media and then you would type in a hashtag like LA Realtor, or where do you want to live in LA? Baldwin Hills Realtor, Baldwin Hills Real Estate. So looking up certain hashtags that are tailored toward you and what it is that you want would be helpful when looking for your agent as well, if you don't necessarily have a circle to network from. And then the third one is the way to know that you have the realtor that's for you is by interviewing at least 2. So you want to never ever go with just the first choice unless your first choice is literally from someone that you know and trust and you genuinely feel that their recommendation is going to work for you. I say always interview 2, always, no matter what, always interview at least 2. And the reason you want to do that is because agents, this is our business. Real estate is our business, and we run our businesses different. Everybody runs their business different. And what one agent may do that may work for them and their clients may not be helpful or work for you. So you want to make sure that no matter whom you decide to go with, you've at least talked to 2 and you went with whom you chose because they were going to be a good fit for you, right? You want to make sure that you're not jumping into something with someone whose work style or business, how they run their business is not conducive for you. So ultimately, interview 2, gauge how long they've been in the business, what their transactions per month are on average, what areas they specialize in, why they're in real estate. What is it about real estate that even got them to this point? You know, are some people in it because they genuinely love real estate, or some in it because they like the perks of real estate, the money that comes from that? So you just want to make sure that you are interviewing at least 2 and talking to them and getting to know them, so that way you fully have an idea of what type of work business relationship you're about to get into. Because not only are you hiring an agent to work with you, they're also kind of interviewing you also. So you just want to be clear on what it is that you expect. You want to make sure you ask what you can expect from them should you move forward with them. Do they communicate heavily via text? Do they like to call? Do they prefer emails? So there are all of these items to think about when you are looking for an agent that you should keep in mind. And to recap all of our tips for making sure you have the right agent for you, you want to first start with your circle, ask them for any recommendations, any referrals that they may have of someone that maybe they worked with in the past. And then two, you want to be sure to utilize your resources, your free resources, which in this case, i.e. will be social media. And then third, you want to interview at least two referrals or two agents that you were referred to or that you came across. See which one has the better fit for you business-wise, and then pick from there. So nonetheless, I hope this was a helpful video. These are three tips to keep in mind when you are going to look for a realtor to represent you. I hope this was helpful. Continue winning. Happy Wednesday.